Hey, everybody. Hi, nobody. Why am I doing this? How you guys doing? Oh, look at that. Hi, nobody. Let's watch me watch myself on my YouTube channel. Okay. So, what are you guys doing? I am here by myself, completely alone. Because my wife and kids are on vacation while I've been working the last week to get a bunch of stuff done. But it's been very lonely. But it's come in handy because I've gotten a lot of stuff done. And that was the plan. But it means I've been making like these very strange hours for myself. For instance, I have been trying to maximize the time that I can spend getting stuff done at the office, because it's just me, like no kids, nothing, no responsibilities other than getting food inside my body. And so I've been like going to bed whenever. I'll get up whenever because it doesn't matter. There's no schedule. But I go into work and then I work until I'm tired. Then I like come home, like cook a steak, then have a nap, and then I go back into work and then I work until like 11 at night. So it ends up being like 2 days practically of worth of work, and it's been very productive. So I thought I would be doing a lot more live streaming and stuff when my wife was gone, but I haven't found myself doing that very much. So anyway, I'm wondering why I live stream. Like, why am I doing this right now? Partially is because I want to stay awake. I really want to go to bed right now, but I'm trying to stay awake for the ending of this campaign. But I'm so over it right now. I just want to go to sleep and wake up in the morning and be like, that's how it ended. Because I'm really sick and tired of checking this thing every second. So that's why I'm live streaming. And we'll see how long this lasts. Let me let me go through some of the artwork that people have sent for the campaign. How do I do this? Share my screen. Oh boy, that's crazy. Let me move this off. Okay, so we got some sick art. Let me see if I can do this full screen. How do I do it full screen? Show view options. Come on, full screen. There's something easy to do full screen. Come on, give me the open in preview. Jesus, this is ridiculous. And I'm doing this while I'm live streaming. How ridiculous. Finder. Okay, I need to do full screen. There it is. It's one button. Let me just make sure that this thing is actually going. Now that I've full screened it. Come on. Oh my goodness. You guys, I'm sorry. This is ridiculous. Okay, yeah, it's working. Hey, I see there's 8 people in here as I mumble to myself. Okay, so we have some awesome art, except now I don't know who it's by because... Okay. This is really lame. Dude, this is lame. This art is not lame. The way I'm handling this art is lame. This is by Alice. Alice Jung, right? Is that how you pronounce the last name? Check that out. That's cool. I was noticing how it's interesting how the Dino's arm goes behind the cat, kind of merges with the cat legs. Cat comes down and merges with her, and then her feet and hands merge with him. and so on. It kind of forms a circle. It's very interesting. I was wondering if that was intentional or what. And then you got obviously this logo behind him. Dino's logo, Dino's tattoo, whatever it is. So anyway, that's one of them. Very nice, huh? Let's see, how do I do this now? How do I escape? Can you guys hear me? Hopefully you can hear me. Hello? Hello, anyone? Aha. Jim O'Reilly says, what, late night with Jason Brubaker? That's right. I'm trying to stay awake, buddy. Help me stay awake. I was about ready to call this thing quits. I mean, I sat here for about 20 minutes before I started thinking, oh, I don't want to stream. I want to go to bed, but whatever. I'll stream. I've got to stay awake for this thing. I promised people I'd do it, so I got to do it. So yeah, Jim, I've been home alone for like a week now. I got another week and a half. So it's just like I've been just alone with my thoughts and work, and it's been very productive. But I think I'm going a little insane at the same time. Okay, so this is by Anthony Gonzalez Clark. I don't know if you guys are familiar with his work. He's a friend of mine. He did the artwork for this book called Seasons, and it's all black and white, but it's really good art. As you can tell, he's a good artist. So this is Anthony's submission. Here we go. 2 by Austin Shirtliff. He's another friend of mine. He has this version and a color version. If I can't flip between them. This is the black and white version. Ta-da! And this is the color version. Ta-da! Dino, where are you? Love it. I really like his stuff. I like Austin's stuff. Oh boy, there's a bunch of comments. I thought I was the only one up late at night, Jim says. Greetings from the Philippines. Yay! I Sketchson. Let's see. Kevin says, oh, Anthony's stuff is always good. It is. Jim Riley says, beautiful piece. Good. I'm glad you guys like it. So I haven't made up my mind on all of them just yet. This is Austin Shirtliff's. Austin actually helped me with all the promotional art for Sithrah, for everything that's been on my, what do you call it? Instagram? I'm so tired, guys. Everything on my Instagram account, Austin put that all together for me. So let's all give him a standing ovation. He deserves it. He's been killing it. And he's actually putting together the whole first book of Sithrah as Instagram posts for me. So that's going to be kind of a fun experiment. That will start up shortly after the campaign ends. This is, oh, darn it. I didn't read who it was. This is Blake D. Hart. Blake D. Hart. Vonna is surfing on the sand, and the weebles are going crazy, exploding out of the sand at her. Very nice. I like the colors. I like the colors. Okay. Let's go to the next one. Brittany Wilson. This is Brittany Wilson's. Looks like it's a little tall. Dimensions are a little tall. That's okay. We can make it work. Reading the Sithrah book. They're all obsessed with it. And then these claws are coming from behind. Nice. A lot of people like that symbol, drawing that symbol in the fan art. That's kind of neat. I didn't know the symbol would be a thing. This one is by Charlene Hill. I have 2 versions because one is a little bit more color corrected, but it's sideways. So, let's see, I think I can rotate it. Rotate. Yay. And now what do I do? So there we go. Nice posture. Nice expression on his face. His little bandage step. Can't really go full screen, really. Whatever. It's like I've done it since I rotated it. It's kind of screwed it up. Okay, Chris Gregory. This is Chris's. Bling. Right there when they get out from underneath the bridge. I guess I don't want to talk too much about what's going on because it might give away some of the story. Yeah. So some cool stuff's happening. Look at her hair. It's all chaotic. That's great. I like it. It almost looks like a maze. That's cool. I like that. It's like flat, but then it has all the lines in it. That's cool. That's kind of giving me some cool ideas. And he's got the gun. Look at that. You guys know this is actually a real gun, except I kind of slightly changed it a little bit with the symbol, putting the symbol on the side. It was an actual gun. It's like a 9-shooter. Back when revolvers were kind of like early in not development, but when everyone was trying to make revolvers and make them work well, like there was this really strange gun that I saw a reference on YouTube or on when I was looking online, and it was just so odd looking out of all of them. So I just I kind of fell in love with it. Anyway, Christian Poulsen. I won't try to pronounce the middle name. Christian Poulsen. This is really beautiful, beautiful colors. Sorry, just checking it out up close. I've been looking at a lot of this on my phone as I've been getting them. And so it's kind of neat to be able to look at it full screen on a computer. That's really nice. I like those deep reds. I mean, I use that in the book because we used it a lot at DreamWorks for certain scenes on Kung Fu Panda. And yeah, I never used reds that much in my art until I worked on Kung Fu Panda. I'm glad I did, because I sure do like it. I really like these by Christian McKenzie. Go full screen. They remind me of like Vertigo covers, like DC Vertigo, old Vertigo covers. I don't know what the new ones look like because I haven't collected DC Vertigo comics for like 10 years, 20 years. I haven't collected them for 20 years, so who knows what they look like now. But it reminds me of that kind of old school style 20 years ago when it was kind of these painted collage type things. And I love Dino's face here and the gun. Like, it's just really neat combination of stuff. I really like it. I'm pretty sure this one's going to be in the book just because it's so different and unique and it has such a neat feel to it. I've pretty much made up my mind. I think this one's going to be in one of the books. This one is by the same person, Christian McKenzie, another submission. Similar feel, but she looks so creepy. But I like the other one better, but they both have such a neat appeal to them in my mind. So I like it. Oh, I lost my chat. Where's my chat? Where are you guys? Where are you guys? There you guys at. Fitz Factor, welcome. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes. Not my notes, my phone. This one is by Tim Kafantaris. I don't know how to say your name, Tim. This is really, really well done, I think. Yeah, it reminds me of like Bone, Jeff Smith. Like those, I think there was bone cover that was kind of similar to this. Maybe it's an homage, however you say that, to Bone. Maybe. It's just so good though. I love the colors. I love the compositions. I love the lines, the character designs. I just love it all. It's really good. R.I.P. Vertigo. Yep. R.I.P. Okay. Enough spacing off at this one. Love it. We all love it. Ellie Huckbow. Huckbody. This is by a 6-year-old, Ellie Huckbody. Look at that. That's awesome. Look at that Weeble. And then she's like, wow. The cat is bigger than her. I love it. I love kids' drawings like this. It's just so raw. I love it. A huge Weeble. Her dad also submitted one. We'll get to that one in a bit. Fabrico Martins. This one looks almost photorealistic. It's crazy. It's crazy. Look at the elbow. It looks real. Like, what is going on? And then the face. The only thing I have trouble with this one is the blurriness in parts. It hurts my eyes. I don't know if it's just me. If I'm the only one who seems to have trouble with that. I don't know. It's not that I don't like it. It's just that it bothers my eyes so much when I look at stuff that's kind of digitally done and blurry. It just gives me such strain on my eyes that it that it makes me not want to look at it. But if this was like maybe tighter and less of that blurry art, it would blow my mind. I mean, it blows my mind anyway, but I don't think I'm going to put it in the book because of that reason, because it doesn't feel finished because there's all the blurriness in it. So anyway, but I think it's an amazing piece. Sorry, I had to take a drink. That's right, I took a drink. Faith Stevens did this one, which I really like. This one, and I'm just going to give you guys, I'm just going to say it. I've decided this one's probably going to be in book 5, just because there's a lot of these pieces that give away too much of what happens in book 6. And so I can't put them in book 5. And I only have 2 spots in book 5. And this one, it kind of gives it, I mean, it gives it away. It gives stuff away, but it's done in such a clever way as a stained glass that I don't think anyone knows that it's giving anything away. So, whereas there's a lot of them that you'll see that just completely give things away. I don't know. Am I making any sense? It's late. I want to go to bed. Gabriel Whitney. Gabriel's a friend of mine. He actually worked with me a little bit at my studio. He actually flatted and did some of the background work on some of the pages of Sithrah 2, and a little bit on Sithrah 3 as well. So so he's well versed in Sithrah world. That's great. Oops, we gotta go full screen. The size of that Weeble. Or is that foreshortening? That's foreshortening. That's so cool. I love it. Thanks, Ryan Cardinal. Said congrats on the campaign. Appreciate that. Here's to a brighter future, says Dream Prism Press. Thanks, buddy. Cool interview with Mike Miller, by the way. Thank you. I went back and looked at all the live chats, and it was crazy how people were like not letting up on the Comicsgate stuff. I was like, dude, we're not talking about that. But it seemed pretty civil. There was one guy whose comments kept getting automatically like blocked, and I'm I'm fine with it because it was just him venting and calling everyone names. So let's keep going with this. But I'm glad you liked that interview. I thought it was really enjoyable talking to Mike. I didn't know much about him until yesterday. This is Jamie Ramirez, which is an amazing. Oh, we can move this. Amazing looking piece. Very professional looking. Really vibrant colors. I love the cat's pose. Just like, he's like, what's that cartoon where everyone just bends all around? Whatever. Every cartoon, everyone bends around nowadays. It's the standard. But looks really good. This is definitely on the one of the top ones as well. High resolution, nice imagery, nice unique take. Doesn't give away too much, you know. So this one could be in book 5 as well. Jessica Vanderpool, I got this one just tonight. Is it kind of dark? I don't know. Mike, this monitor has a problem. This is my monitor at home, and half of it's really dark. So I know the girl character is really dark in this picture, but I think it might be darker than it might appear darker than it is. If I put this one in the book, I might have to lighten it just a little bit so she doesn't just turn all muddy and black. But I really think this is an impressive piece by Jessica. I love the coloring. Characters are really interesting. The lighting is really good. Yeah, I think the only thing is the darkness of the girl. It works really good digitally, but once you print that, oh boy, it'll just be kind of a dark, mushy mess. But I can definitely make it work. So that's by Jessica. I really like it. Joey Wall has this one. Joey Wall has this to say. Let's see. Let me look at comments really quick. Focus on the positive. Ignore the drama queens. Yep, Rodwell. That's right, buddy. Good morning from Portugal. Daniel's from Portugal. Good morning, Daniel. Uncanny Kodak. Like the colors. It's pretty dark on my screen too. Yeah, I think that last one was pretty dark in general for the girl. But I think I would have to lighten it just a little bit. Sorry, Jessica. It's beautiful. You did a great job, but when I print it, I think you'd have some problems. Yeah, so this is, what did I say? Joey Wall, right? Joey Wall, yep. Really nice, simple piece. Sithrah's like a cowboy looking up against the lone Weeble. Very cool. Against the sun in the background or the moon. It's really neat. We got John Huckbody. So this is the father of Ellie Huckbody. So here's John's, and he was tweeting out the progress of this as he was working on it on his Instagram, and he was working on his lunch breaks for like 10 minutes a day or something like that. And I'd see it slowly progress, so it's pretty fun to see it take shape. I really like it though. I like the color, the thought of the color theory in it and stuff. Characters it's just a really interesting, strange design and really, really fun to look at. All kinds of stuff in there. Very good. Good stuff. And we got Joseph Hale. Joseph sent me this one like yesterday, I think. Sorry, guys. I need to take another drink. So yeah, I love the colors on this one. Yeah, the combination is really simple. It's like two colors. It's the yellows and oranges, and then the blues, and really that's it. I mean, there's hints of other little colors in there, but those are kind of dominate it. And I mean, you guys who like see my stuff a lot know that that's kind of my trick. I love doing that. So that's probably why I love this one so much. So good job, Joseph. I think you're doing amazing. And then Josh Smith. Let's see what Josh Smith has cooking. Look at that. All kinds of stuff. This is like a great little print you could put on the wall, frame up, put on the wall. Love it. Oh, these creepy eyeball like spirit things. I remember when I was drawing those the first time, I was like, that's creepy and weird. Ugh, it gives me the willies. And I showed it to my son, and he was like, I don't like it. Because it was too creepy. And I was like, okay, I guess it kind of does what I want it to do. It kind of creep you out. Anyway. That's cool. Oh yeah, and Kiro is his daughter, I believe. Is that right? Kira's the daughter, and she helped color it. And John Smith drew it, from what I remember. Yeah, John Smith and Kira. Yep. All right, Laura. I'm not going to say the last name because I will ruin it. I will only make myself look bad. Bloop. Full screen. Very cool. Dino's sitting there looking out the window. Out the ruins, out of the ruins. Really cool. Nice little framing of all the characters. I like how Wanda's face looks. It's cute. Very cute. Manuel. Here is Manuel's Tavares. Is that how you pronounce it? Sorry, guys, I butcher names pretty badly. I like this because it's so different. I mean, they're on a horse. It's so great. It's like swap the Sansky for a horse. It's so cool. The colors are really neat. Look at Sithrah. He's like, he looks like a fish. It's so great. I love it. All the weebles and stuff. Yeah, this is great. Right out of book 4. I mean, except without a horse. And then Monitor Comics. Oh, they got the nice little Coffee Table Comics logo right there at the bottom. It's like stipple. Oh, zoom in. Got some stipple action. Dino as an older person, as his older self, and Dino as the younger self. They're sitting together. That's cool. That is neat. Good work. We got one by Robert. I like this one a lot. And I'm actually going to put this one in the book, but it's not going to necessarily be in the with the gallery. So there'll actually be 9 winners. This will be on the page, I believe, with the names of the people who backed at the higher tier levels, because it's just not such a nice little standalone little illustrator you like to sketch, and so I think it'll work really well in there. So congratulations, Robert. You've already been pre-approved. Here's another one by Robert Vol. What was the last name? Can't read it there. Robert Volkamir. A different Robert. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Am I going too slow through these guys? I'm tired. And this is the first time I've looked at them really close. I don't think there's too many more. Tobias John. I like the simplicity of this one. Colors are really neat. Really neat and simple. By Tobias Tyler Hallstrom. This one's really neat too. Oh, sorry, I'm stretching my back. You guys can probably hear my chair. It's all over the place. So Tyler's been submitting drawings for, I think, every single contest I've had. Seen one by Tyler. Stuff is getting better and better every time. This one's definitely the better of them all, I think, that Tyler has sent in. And then we have Wally McNair. Very nice. I like how big and crusty Sithrah's hands are here. Very neat. And then we got Zachary Davis Bradley, which this one's beautiful. I was blown away with this one when I saw it. It's crazy. She's like pulling out his heart, but like their veins or something. And then she has this big, long, meaty tongue that's like the same thing. Maybe it's Weebles. I don't know. It's just weird and creepy. And then look how Vana looks. She's like glowing. So cool. And then I don't even know how to pronounce this name. I don't know how to pronounce it. Sorry, guys. This must be Simon. Hanging out, just checking things out. There might be a couple more that I've gotten in emails that I haven't dropped in here yet. But that's all I got right now. I think I got, based on that though, I have enough that I'm pretty content with what I've picked out already. So there's still, what is there? 15 minutes. I could get one in 15 minutes. And, oh, let me stop this. There we go. I could get one in 15 minutes and it could like take someone's place. I'm reading the comments on my phone. Let's see. I actually need to get a new chair. Lol. Lol. Have any you recommended on a new chair? You know, there's those Aeron ones that are like all the studios used. So I got really used to using these Aeron chairs, which are just so comfortable. But they're like $500 to $1,000. So if you can afford that, get it. But if you're like me, you can't. Well, maybe I can afford it now, but I don't know if that's something I want to spend my money on. I'd rather have another, so many weeks of salary. All right. I think I got through all the comments. That's good. Do you guys have any questions for me? We only got 15 minutes before the campaign's up. And then we can all go to bed. Except for homie from the Philippines, who can go to work or whatever he's doing today. Let's see where we're at in the campaign. I haven't checked. It's been kind of slowing down the last hour, so I find myself not wanting to check because I'll just be sad if I see it and it hasn't moved. So we're at 82,200. Let me get a calculator out because I need to add the Kickstarter money to it. It's pretty simple. I mean, it's just over 10,000 on Kickstarter. 82211 plus 10,336, I believe. So we're at 92,500, which is insane. Wow. So that's going to definitely help out next year with production of the next book. Oh, you guys, I am so excited for next year. So maybe I can talk about my schedule. Like, as soon as I wrap up this campaign, I'm back to working on shapes for Cave Pictures Publishing. I've completed the first 3 books, minus the 3rd cover. I need to get that done. I'm behind. I'm late on that, but I need to dive straight back into that. So I have the files all in InDesign. They're ready to send to the printers. I need to collect the names for the back of the book. And assuming there's no one else who pledges to have their picture drawn in the book, which I doubt that will happen in 15 minutes. I've already drawn all the people's pictures who are in the book. There's 4 people, and so everything's ready except for the names. So I'll try to get a survey out. I don't know, maybe tomorrow. I'll try to do it soon, but I also need to get everything, all the add-ons, ready to be in the survey because I want it. I said I would give you guys the option of getting add-ons at 50% of the price, of all my old stuff. So I need to just make sure that's all set up and working. And there's some kind of complications with shipping because it's tacking on items to your cart, and so really, you gotta like fine tune all the shipping stuff in the back end of Backer Kit, and it's just one of those things that I'm not good at. I'll get it wrong at some point. So anyway, I need to figure that out. I need to do that. Get those surveys out to you guys, get the names collected, put those in the book, package up the final files to my printer, send them to my printer, which should be before the end of this week. Well, no, that won't happen because it'll probably take up to a week to get all the names, knowing just how it goes. And so I'll probably give myself a week to get all the names. Hopefully everyone just answers the survey and gives me their names that are going to be printed in the book right away. And then I won't have to wait too long. Get those files shipped off to the printer. But in the meantime, I'm going to start working on shapes again, shapes 4, 5, and 6. I really want to knock those out quickly. And so I'm hoping to really be focused on that. I have pretty tight deadlines on them, so I kind of have to at this point. The first 3 took me a lot longer to make than I thought they would, and I added a lot more pages to them. I was paid to make 20 pages, and I made like 25 and 24 and 23 pages for each issue. So yeah, that's what I got to work on, and then I need to get that done before the end of the year. Well, I forget the deadline, but it's November or something like that for the last one that I have to deliver it. And just so you guys know, the first issue of Shapes is coming out in November. I believe that was the date. November, December. I think it was November. So it should be in the whatever the previews catalog that for November, right? Is that how it works? So if you guys are interested in that, please order it because it's all me. I wrote it and drew it and colored it, and my colorist assistant helped me color a lot of it. But yeah, I'm really proud of it. So there'll be 6 parts. There should be one coming out every month. So November, December, January, February, March, April. Should be a new comic by me every month. That is strange. And then we have some big plans for Thanksgiving with my family. So that'll be nice. I've been saving up money all year. Get this. I've been saving up money all year to cover December's bills because last December was just a disaster and it was really stressful, and it just didn't work out good because, you know, Christmas and Thanksgiving, all that stuff requires more money. And so, and then it just meant I had to work through all that, and it just caused tension. So immediately in January, I was like, I'm going to save up money for next year. Next year's December. So in case money's tight, I'll have enough money to pay the bills. And so December is kind of hopefully this year is going to be a month of rest, relaxation, maybe hopefully just writing. I'm gonna just try to do a lot of writing and you know, prepping stuff. And then, this is exciting. I'm also saving up for plane tickets to go to the Caribbean for Christmas because my wife's family lives there half of the year because they're from the Caribbean. And so we have a place to stay, and we're going to try to go to the Caribbean for 2 weeks. So that's going to be exciting. I've never been to the Caribbean in the Christmas. I was there once summer before for a family reunion. So anyway, so December is going to be kind of a hopefully a fun month, a relaxing month, hopefully stress-free, and I get to just write. Shapes will be done. Sithrah will be done. Sithrah will be all shipped out, and kind of a time to just reset. And then January, gonna hit the ground running. I'm really excited for January. So let's see. What are you guys saying? What you guys saying? Where are we at? iSketchin says, I'm at work while watching this stream. Rodwell says, what's the next project after Sithrah? So, I mean, you guys probably have seen me working on and off on Phobos, and I still do have big plans for Phobos, but Phobos is my go-to project when I'm in between things, I think, or when I need a break from something, or because it's like something I made in high school. I love the characters. I feel like I'm always going to go back to it and always keep working on it, keep making more chapters of it. And so Phobos is there. It's potentially I'll have a Kickstarter for it next year, but I think it'll depend on what happens early in the year. I do have a project that I'm not going to necessarily announce just yet, but it's what I'm going to start working on in January. And I've written about, okay, so I was planning on pitching it to Webtoons. They were interested in it, the concept. And so I started writing scripts as if it was going to be on Webtoons. And so I wrote about 4 episodes worth of Webtoons posts. And I'm really happy with them. And everyone I've showed it to is really like this is going to be good. I can't wait to see this. So I have high hopes for it. But I think I'm going to work on it January and February, and then pitch it on Kickstarter or Indiegogo at the end of February or early March. And just do it like, I'm thinking at this point, do it like a 50-page issue 1, and just see what the response is. And if the response is kind of like, then maybe I'll weigh it then at that time. But it might mean I switch gears back to Phobos or whatever. But I would like to just kind of start putting it out as 50-page issues, and then collect it once I do that, instead of putting it out as a web comic. And so we'll see. That's kind of the direction I'm thinking of taking with it. So, up until a couple of years ago, I was always down with, I better pay attention, my campaign's gonna end. I was always down with like putting everything on as a webcomic all the time, and then posting a page every week and stuff. But over the years, I've gotten kind of not frustrated, but just I'm tired of like updating comics on a website. And so I don't know if Webtoons did it to me, if Webtoons made me kind of sick of that whole thing, but I'm not sure. And then with Phobos, I experimented with having the Phobos portal for my patrons, and that's been good. But I would like to just be able to work on something and get like 50 pages done and then release it. So I just never thought that would be able to happen, because I thought, I needed to put stuff online every time I finished a page or something to grow the audience. But now it feels like I have enough of an audience that I can actually pitch a new book to without having to market it as a webcomic first. So that's my hope, because I feel like I would be a lot more content working in that kind of a situation where I'm just like, my head's down, I'm focused, I'm just working on this thing for months, and then I release it, So I don't know. There's a lot of questions still with this whole business plan for next year, but that's kind of what I'm thinking. Let me refresh this really quick. 12:57. It says 1 hour left. Wait, do I have to stay up until 2 o'clock my time? I hope not. I can't stay up another hour. 82,500. I think we got a couple more backers. Did we get more backers? 82,570 plus 10,336. Yeah, so we're almost at 93,000 now, if you add the Kickstarter and the Indiegogo. So I'm really excited to announce the next comic I'm going to do, but I'm thinking I'm going to keep it kind of a surprise until I launch the Kickstarter for it at the end of February. So there's plenty of stuff that's going to come out by me until then, with all the issues of Shapes 1 through 6 every month. So those will be new, coming out soon. And then hopefully, before that's even done, I'll launch the Kickstarter for hopefully the Kickstarter for my next project, or Indiegogo. Who cares? And I kind of want to just surprise you guys and just launch it and see what the initial reaction is. Now, you guys can also probably see what it is if you become a patron. I'll probably start posting stuff as I'm working on it to patrons, just because they're a good group of people to kind of test things on a kind of a small scale. So anyway, I'm mumbling. I'm just rambling at this point. I'm confused. I don't know when exactly this thing ends. Is it right now, or is it in an hour? I thought it was going to be right now. I thought it was at 1 o'clock my time. Is there a way to know when my Indiegogo campaign ends? For real? Kickstarter goes down to like the minute. Starts counting down by the minute. I don't know what Indiegogo does. You got to refresh it. Come on, Indiegogo, step it up. Okay. Let's see. Question: have you ever used traditional brush and indie ink to ink? How does it feel compared to brush pen? I used to use Well, okay. I used to use Indie ink, but I used Crow quills, which I really liked back in the day when I was in the 90s and trying to break into comics. And that's what I did to ink. I didn't like brushes because I couldn't control them. So I never really practiced much with them um, until I got the Pentel brush pens recently. And so yeah, I've never used India ink with a brush, but I've used Crow quills. And I like India ink. It's really nice and thick and black. Okay. Man, I'm hurting. I usually don't stay up this late. It still says 1 hour left. Oh, do I need to refresh it? I might just go to bed. Oh no, it ended. Okay. It said 1 hour left and then it said it's ended. Looks like it ended. Yay! 799 backers. Wait, 798 or 799? I don't know. I don't know how I'm supposed to read this. It says 798 backers by July 25th, and then it says 799 backers, but it has the same amount. So which is it? Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. It's finished. I have a question by Jim O'Reilly. Will Shapes be turned into a hardbound book as well? I don't know. I have no idea what they're going to plan. I just know they're putting out the issues. If they don't have plans for it, you can bet that I will try to negotiate a way that I can do a Kickstarter for a hardcover version of it, and you know, license get the license the rights to that or whatever I got to do. I would love to have a hardcover version of it to add to my collection of books. So if that is possible, if they're not doing anything with it, which I don't know, then and if that's possible, you can bet I will try to do that. Um, let's see. Thanks everybody. I appreciate all the congratulations. I think someone backed right after it ended. That must have been what happened. Let me refresh it. Oh yeah. So it refreshed one of the numbers, but it didn't refresh the other one. Cool. So I guess it's in demand right now. So I need to just go in and I need to turn off some of the tiers, I guess, because I don't want to have all these tiers. I'm going to take off all the ones where you can get the signed numbered books, where you can get your names in it. You'll be able to still get the $99 one for a while and books 5 and 6. I don't know about the slipcases because I'm debating how many I'll print based on the print runs. I mean, based on the sales numbers. And so from the looks of it, I'm probably going to print 2,000 copies of these books instead of 2,500 copies. I'm probably going to only have 250 copies of them book plated and numbered. And because I think it's just a little under 250 that were sold that were like book plated when I add them all up, because I have a bunch of secret perks and secret tiers that I sent to my patrons and mailing lists. And so once I add all those up, I don't want to make a bunch of extra ones that are fancy editions. So I'm really trying to limit, all the fancy stuff to people who actually supported the campaign while it was live. Obviously, you'll be able to get all 6 books. They'll be unsigned because I'm still trying to unload all those books 1 through 4. So, but yeah, so I need to do that before I go to bed. Now that I think about it. Jay Reed said I backed it right before it ended. I caused the glitch in the matrix. Jim O'Reilly says, yes, that's one of the things I love about your books. Is it that they're what's the one thing, Jim? Yes, got to save for the shipping of that whole set. Yeah, I apologize for the shipping, guys, for the international stuff. It's just such a pain. The next campaign I do, the next book I do on Indiegogo or Kickstarter, I'm going to use a fulfillment service, probably in the UK, to maybe even potentially fulfill the whole thing. And so the shipping will be a lot cheaper. And since I don't have to ship any books from here over there to package together with the new books, it'll be a really seamless and a really simple thing, other than add-ons. Like if people add on things, then I'll have to charge them a higher shipping rate for the add-ons, and I'll ship those myself. But as far as the new books for the new campaign that I launch next year, I'm going to just try to have a company do it all. So keep it real simple. Yeah. Let's see. Wish you could. Caribbean makes me think pirates. Yeah, me too. Do you? I can't read this on my computer. Maybe I have to read it on my computer. Oh, I'm way behind. Night, Jim. Well, I should really get off this thing so I can shut down these tiers before people buy them, because I need to shut it down now that's on in demand. So I'm going to close out this live stream, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me, keeping me awake until 1 o'clock in the morning here. And thanks for participating in the chat. Thanks for backing the books. This has been such a surreal dream come true. Like, I mean, I know that I had a lot of success with the Remind campaign that raised over $100,000, but all that money went away to do stuff for that campaign. Not to mention my living expense in LA was ridiculously high. And so I pulled out like $10,000 out of that, and it only lasted me like a month and a half there. So that goes a lot longer of a way here. So I'm super excited, and you guys made this happen. So thank you so much, and I'll sign off, and I'll let you guys all go to bed or go to work or eat breakfast or whatever you're doing, and I'll see you guys sometime else.